Hi, I want to show you how to set up a database mirroring session, and that requires 3 instances of the SQL server. In my case, normally you only need 2 because the third instance is used for a so-called witness server, so that you can benefit of automatically failover. So let's look at it. I have 3 instances here. I have one where I have my database, it is called payment. Then I have another one where I don't have any databases yet, but this is where I want to have my payment DB mirrored to. And then finally I have instance SQL1 where I want to use as a witness server. So now my purpose is that I want to be able to right click properties, click mirroring, and then configure this so that mirroring is running. That's basically where I'm heading for now. The first thing I want to do is that I want to create a backup of the payment DB, because you need to restore a backup on the mirrored server. So I backup database payment DB to disk. Or something, it doesn't matter. Fine. That's it. And I can see that I have a backup. It should have been BAK, but forget that, it doesn't matter. Now I want to restore it on instance 2, so I right click and click a new query, and I write restore database payment DB from disk. Sorry, I just steal this one. Remove, and then I need to move the files because it's on the same server, and therefore when I restore database, then it will try to install it where the database file and log file are for the SQL3 instance. So move payment DB to also the log file. And then I need to set the database in no recovery mode. And that means you have, when you restore database, you can put the database in 3 modes. You can put it recovered so that it's live, you can put it in no recovery, then no one can access it, or you can put it in standby mode, and then you can have it as a read-only database. But you need to have no recovery file, and I restored it. And now I can here look at databases, and then of course you need to refresh, that's typical Microsoft. And now I have a payment DB in the payment DB. So I go to the SQL3 instance where I have my database, I right click, I choose properties, I choose mirroring, and I configure security. For now I will almost just click next. But one thing you need to know, do you want to configure security to include a witness server, yes or no? I click yes because I want to have automatically failover. If this instance fails, then the database should be available here, and vice versa. If the database is available here and this server instance fails, then it should be available here. If you want that automatically, then you need a witness server. I click next. Doesn't matter. I click next, and now we have an issue here, because what I need now is to say where is my principal server instance, and principal at this moment is of course SQL3. It is also disabled here, so I can't change it. Then I need a listener port, and remember to have firewalls open for these ports if this instances are on different servers. I just click next, and then I need to have where is the mirrored server instance. I click connect, it's on SQL2, and then because it's on the same server, then I will have another listener port. And what I'm creating here is I'm creating endpoints. Forget all about it for now, but I'm creating endpoints. And when you set it up for the first time, then just click next. I will explain it later. next, and then we need a witness server, so I'll choose SQL1 here, and you can see since it's on the same server, then we have another port one more time. Click next. Here we need to add a service account, but since I am running it on an account that is already a domain account that has already been created as users in the logins in the SQL server, then I don't need to fill out anything. So click next and click finish. Success. And now we have a lot of information here, but basically what it means is that you have some information and a warning, and then you can click start or do not start mirroring. I click start, and it's running. See, my problem is that I did not, before I clicked start, I did not consider these operating modes. But let me shortly show you how the mirroring is working. I click OK, and then you can see now that I have payment principal synchronized. I right click, refresh, mirror synchronized. So what happens now is that I can go in here, I can click edit, then I can click second customer, that's it, close it, and now I can right click, properties, go to mirror, and then I can fail over. Do you want to fail over, blah blah, a lot of text, I just click yes, I right click and refresh, and you can see now that this one is mirrored, and on SQL2 just refresh, you can see that's principal. Around, look, I have my table customers, you can see I have 2 customers, I can third customer, right click on the database, or basically I could also right click and I could stop the SQL2 instance. It's a tough way of demonstrating, but let's try that. Just takes 2 seconds. So that's it. Stop. I go to SQL3 instance, I right click, I refresh, and now you can see it became principal, but it is now disconnected. So I can click here. Okay, as you can see I have 3 customers. Try again, edit, and I can add a 4th. That's it. And we can try to get this one up running again. Click start. Yes. I also just start this one. That's it. Let's try to refresh. And what you can see already now is that since this is up running again, then you can see that this one is still principal, but now it's synchronized again. And if I look here, see this mode. So now let's try to do a manual failover, and I'll try to stop an instance of the SQL server, and it simply just failed over to the other server. That's brilliant. That's actually database mirroring in a nutshell.